Hello, I'm Carolyn Clifton, the CNAP Area Coordinator for the Kiamichi Unit. This is a series on basic cooking techniques. Today I'm going to show you some basic utensils for measuring and the proper way to measure ingredients. First of all, if you're going to measure liquid ingredients, you're going to need a liquid measuring cup. We are not going to measure liquid in the dry measuring cups. These are called nested or graduated measuring cups, and these are used for dry ingredients. Also, if you have small amounts that you need to measure, you need measuring spoons, and they are also nested or graduated. This one is a fourth, a half, and a tablespoon, and we also have a teaspoon. You will also need a spoon for stirring. You will need a straight edge for leveling, and I have two different ones. You do not want to use the serrated edge, but you would want to use the straight edge of the spatula and the straight edge of the knife. The first thing that I'm going to show you how to measure today is the flour. Flour needs to be aerated. You can do that by stirring it, or you can do it by sifting it. Most people do not own sifters anymore, so I'm going to show you the simple way of stirring the flour. You want to stir it and make sure that it's light and airy. Then you want to sprinkle it into your cup and make sure that it's heaping over. Then you're going to take a straight edge and make a few cuts across and then level. Then once it's leveled, you pour it into your bowl. The second ingredient that I'm going to show how to measure is sugar. Sugar doesn't have to be stirred. All you do is scoop it into the sack. Make sure you have plenty on your measuring spoon. Take a level and level it off. Then you can pour it into your bowl. Brown sugar is one of my favorite things to measure. The reason is because you can measure it right out of the sack. You take and press and pack the brown sugar into the cup in the bag. Then you can take your straight edge and level the brown sugar. Now, this is the important part. You want to make sure that when you turn out your brown sugar, it retains the shape of the cup. Baking soda, baking powder, and cornstarch are all measured the same way. You can use a measuring spoon, dip it into the box. There is a straight edge on the box that you can use for leveling off your baking soda. Then you can put it into your recipe. When measuring liquids, you want to have a glass measuring cup, and you want to make sure that it is on a level surface. Then you start to pour your liquid into the glass measuring cup, and you want to get down at eye level and look at this line that you're going to pour to, and make sure that the liquid comes up to that line. I'm doing a half a cup at this particular time. If you stand above it, you will have too much liquid in your cup. Peanut butter, margarine, yogurt, and sour cream are all measured the same way. Peanut butter and margarine are very sticky, so to make sure that it comes out of the cup easily, you will want to spray your cup lightly with some cooking oil. Then you just dip it out of the container and press it in, and make sure you get all the air bubbles out. Heap it up. Then you can take a rubber scraper and level it. And then you can use your rubber scraper to get it out of the cup. When measuring chopped ingredients, you want to make sure that you use a dry measuring cup. You will scoop your chopped ingredients, pour them into your measuring cup. Actually, I'm just going to slide them in. Make sure that they come up to the top of the measuring cup. Pat them down and pour them into your bowl. When measuring vanilla, you want to make sure that you pour it over a bowl that you're not going to be using, and because as you can see it can spill, and you want to make sure that it's level, and then you will transfer it to the bowl that you're making your recipe in. If you're measuring stick butter, it's very, very easy to measure because 1 stick equals half a cup, 2 sticks equal a cup. Also, the butter is measured in tablespoons, and as you can see, 8 tablespoons equals a half a cup, 16 tablespoons equals a cup. If it calls for 3 tablespoons in your recipe, all you have to do is just cut it right there on the line, and this would be your 3 tablespoons of butter. Now that you have learned how to measure all of these ingredients correctly, you can make a great chocolate chip cookie. Thank you for watching.